Hello friends, this is Cara-Renee with B.Reborn Art and Healing, coming to you with another tutorial for the Anne with an E journal, spring journal that we're making together. And I'm going to show you what we're going to make, but talk about the supplies here as well. I am still a little bit off, a little bit not feeling well. Almost better, just very fatigued at this point. So again, taking it slow. This is Wednesday, March the 19th, my second day in the studio this week, so yay me. But basically this is what we're going to make. So it's just a little booklet that's double-sided. Okay, so it's got a pocket here and a pocket here stuffed full. I put a belly band on it to hold this whole contraption shut, and then it has a little journal on the inside. Okay, oh, we got glue stickage. So it's got 5 pages, which in this little small bit is actually 20 pages of writing space. So that is what we're going to be making today. Now I used my long arm stapler to staple this in. I do not like how it's laying, so we're going to do a simple 3-hole pamphlet stitch, and we're still going to glue it into the front cover, the front and back cover of this bit. So that will make more sense here as we go along. This is the template, as I always try to do these. And so this is what it looks like before. So there's our booklet. These are our pockets. So basically we're going to take a full page and we're going to fold it up a certain amount, and then we're going to fold it in half and then cut it and down to size, which again we'll talk about a little bit more in a moment. So I've got my corner rounder. I've got some really fine wax thread because I don't want anything too bulky. And I do need to get my Fabri-Tac over here too, because we'll be gluing it into the cover with the Fabri-Tac. So I've got my ink, scissors just in case we need them, a pencil if I don't think we'll need the pencil. I've got an awl, kind of a thinnish one. I'm going to move my mouse again every time. I've got a ruler so that we can talk about measurements. I picked this lace. I thought this lace might be fun to use to embellish. I'm not exactly sure what we're going to do, but I've got that in case I want to use it. This is the stuff that's going to go into the pocket. Oh, there's only one set. I need 2 sets. So I have another set somewhere here because I actually messed up on my prototype. So even though I'm not going to be able to show you per se, I do have a whole nother set of ephemera. Oh, it's right here. So we'll use both of these in this one. So we'll have bits to put in both of the pockets. Because I did one off camera, I did another one off camera, and I forgot to fold up the bottom. I just cut the thing down so it looks like a booklet, which is fine. We'll use it in the journal, but it's very cute, but it's not what I wanted. So maybe we won't glue that down. Look at that. Doesn't that look cool? Because one could put some more pockets on the inside. I might not glue it in. So I have already cut down my inside pages. So these are the writing pages, and this measures 8.5 inches wide by 5 3/4 inches tall, and we'll be folding those all in half, inking them up, and sewing them in to the signature, sewing them into the little booklet. So the base is, can't figure out why I've got that dot on these. Is it on all of them? No. Look at what I got on there. Weird. So I printed 2 because I'll need one for the belly band, another piece for the belly band. So this measures, I believe, was 9. Oh, let's hope this is right. Oh no, 10 3/4. Oh, so I have to cut this down. So I have to cut this down. I think I'll cut it down after we fold it up because it doesn't really matter. I was doing my prototype a little bit differently. Sorry, already confusing you. But we're going to basically fold this up. I'm going to grab my score cutter here. I thought I was all prepared. Clearly, I am not. So we are going to score this. Oops. We're going to score this at the, I really don't like that spot. I don't know why I've got that spot. Let's use this one. So I want it to be primarily blue, but I thought the green would be really pretty. So we'll just score this on this edge at 2.5 inches because that's how much we're going to fold it up. So I'm just going to give that a good score, a good scoring. You could do that however high you want it to go, but this is ephemera for a journal, so I don't want to get too crazy with that. So, and then I want to think about which one. Oh, I don't think it really matters. You could go either way. You could have the green as the background, or you could turn it and do this. I kind of like that. Let's do that. I'm going to get my bone folder here. There we go. And then we're going to go ahead and fold it in half. So actually, let me find the center of this so I can get a good center fold. And maybe we'll score it. That might be easier. Yeah. I didn't take as much time to prep this project as I normally do, so we'll see how it goes. So we got 1, 2, and 1, 2. So there we go. There's our middle. So I'm going to make a pencil mark there. This is going to be hopefully a shorter video. I'm going to bring the score tool back over, and we're going to score on that line. That'll make our folding a little bit easier. It can be a little bit tricky. And then we'll cut it down to size is what I'm getting at. So there we go. Okay. So now you want this on the front because that's the pockets. So then we're going to fold this. Okay, and it's going to distort that a little bit because you've got some bulk to that paper, but isn't that so pretty? The only thing I don't like about this paper's beautiful. This is obviously from Angela Kerr Designs, but we're going to have to cut off some of that grunging, but we'll still retain this and this, so that's cool. So I'm going to give this a good burnish as well. Okay, there we go. Alrighty. So I do have some news for you, though. I did go ahead and upgraded my Samsung, or it was not Samsung, Motorola phone, and my Galaxy Watch for iPhone and Apple Watch. So the cool thing about this is my struggle has always been I can't take video with my phone because it takes so long to get the file from my phone to my computer, but because I'm working Apple to Apple, I think it's going to work fine. So that means I could take it out to the kitchen with a tripod or a clamp, and I could go out there and do coffee dyeing and do all kinds of bigger scale mixed media work using my camera. So I'm looking forward to exploring that a little bit as well. So, and I'm super happy with the product. I've got an Apple computer, so I've been thinking about it, as you guys, I think I've mentioned it before. I'm thinking about doing that, so I decided to do it. So our end side we want to be 4.5 inches wide. So this here should measure 5 3/4. Let's check that out. Oh, it's just over 5 3/4. No, it's just under, barely under 5 3/4. So we're going to cut this edge. This is our open edge. So we're going to cut that down to 4.5. So anyway, I was able to go and get another band because I just love this boho beaded band. It's really grown on me and I love it. So I was able to get one for the Apple Watch. So I'm super excited about that. So yeah. Very, very happy about it. Okay, so there we go. So this is our base right here. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and prep these pages as well. Again, super easy project. I'm going to look at this and see if I want my pages to be littler. On my actual template, the white one, my pages were much smaller than the folder itself, the base itself, and I'm debating on what I prefer. So we may look at that together. So I'm just going to fold all these in half. And then we're going to ink it because I want to have that inked. But I'll show you how to do the belly band before we jump to a cut here. So again, this is 5 pages, which is 5 pages front and back is 10, but folded. So let's do this. So because you've got you got 4 panels in each one. So 4 times 5 is 20. I had it right. So I'm just going to give that a burnish, just all those pages on that edge. And then we're going to just see what this looks like in here. Because I think I want to cut it down a little bit. The width is fine. The height, so the height is what I want to cut down. Oh, I want to get rid of that pencil mark. I'm like, what is that mark? It is my pencil mark. Okay. So I think what we'll do is we will cut this down by maybe 1/4 of an inch. So I'm going to bring over the big trimmer because it will cut through all of this paper at one time. So this is by my Big Mama precision trimmer. I highly recommend it if you can swing it. I think when I bought it, it was a little over $100, but I'm telling you, it is amazing. I love it. One of the best purchases next to my Sizzix switch. It was another really, really good purchase that I made that I'm really happy with. But because it can cut, it's just cutting through 10 pieces of paper. And this is, I printed this on 32-pound paper, my tea stained bits. So, where's our thing? There's our thing. Okay. Let's just try that on for size again. Oh yeah, much better. It doesn't feel like it's so big and bold. Okay, so that's that. Before we do that, because I don't want to jump to inking until I have to. So I have another sheet of paper to do the belly band. So I think what I'd like to do is go back with the blue and have it be blue, green, blue. And so we are going to take this and we're going to take, I believe my measurements were 1.5 inch strip by 9.5 inches. So I should probably have told you that in the beginning. Again, still not quite myself, but I'm getting there slowly. It doesn't actually have to be 9.5 because I believe that we end up cutting some off. So I just did this. Yeah, maybe that was the finished size. We will find out together. We will find out together. Okay, and we're going to round the edges too because I really also like that look. So I'm going to go 1.5. Goodness, my brain just left me. It is almost spring break. Super ready for spring break. All of our students are super ready for spring break. The whole school is ready for spring break. So, oh, that would be lovely. Look at, we can bring in those brown tones at the bottom, kind of break that up. Yeah, I like that. No, this is the cut down size. So when we turn this, which will make, hopefully it's going to reach. Yep, barely. Okay, so what I do is I put it in place. It doesn't matter where you line it up. And it doesn't actually matter either equality on sides. So I just put it there and I just gently fold one side, kind of tight, really butt it up there, good. And then take that off and make sure this is nice and even. Give it a good burnish. When we do the other side, we're going to make sure we leave some room. Okay, so we're going to put that back on. And then when I do the same thing over here, I am going to leave just a little bit of space there because we're putting a booklet in here, right? And we don't want it to be too hard to get in and out of the belly band. And the belly band can be glued onto the page, or it can just be free floating. It doesn't matter. Okay, so there's that. Okay, yes, 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 yes. This is working out better than my prior, 30 minutes that I tried to do this. And I do apologize if you guys can see the fan. I tried to turn it off, but it's just the season's changing. It's rainy and stuff outside, but it's warm. And so it's really hard for me to work in here with the fan off. Okay, perfect. That's going the opposite direction, I think, but no, maybe not. No, it's not. Okay, so I'm going to take a moment and I'm going to ink all this and we'll come back and continue on. Oh guys, I forgot we wanted to round the corners. So I'm going to pause there. I'm going to pause there. So I'm going to round, I want to round the corners on everything. So I'm going to just, because I burnished that really well, I should be able to get this in. I think I'm going to go with the 7mm instead of 10 on this. And I'm going to round all 4 of those folded corners. So those are the 2 flappy bits that are folded in. Okay. And then we're going to do this as well. That should work because I did burnish it. If you didn't burnish this, it would be hard to go through both of those layers with the corner rounder. But because I did round, and I can go through both of these, except those are not even. They're not even Steven, which means we need to punch them at the same time because then they'll both be wrong. Okay, there we go. So let's do the same with these papers. We should be able to do, I think I'm just going to do one at a time because I had some irregularities with my other sample. So I'm just going to do these, just the 2 outside edges, obviously. And then I will resume my inking and come back to you and we'll finish off this beauty. So easy. I like, again, I get ideas in my mind and I try to think about how I can make them different, how I can make them unique to, you know, anything anybody else is doing. That's kind of my goal. So I'm going to ink these up and I'll be back. Okay, I just have one more to do, but I wanted to chat with you a second about a couple of things. One being, well, what was it? What was it? Oh, my husband and I got Starlink. I don't know, I think we've had it about 6 months now, and it was revolutionary for me in my studio. Like, they used to take me 8 to 10 hours to upload a 45 minute video, and now the longest video is 2 hours it takes to upload it. Well, we just got a notice from Starlink that they're removing all of their unlimited data plans for business accounts, which I have a business account because it's the only way I could get Starlink because it wasn't available in our area, but I could get it if I got the business, so I did, and which was completely legit. But anyway, they are now discontinuing all unlimited data, which means that you have to pay for all of your data. You have to pay buku bucks for your data. So in order to keep up with the needs of just my husband and I here in the house, he streams on the TV. We don't have cable or anything. We just stream Netflix and Hulu and whatever else. And in order to do what I do in the studio, I'm going to have to bump my plan up from paying $140 a month to paying $290 a month because we need 1 terabyte of data because 500 is the next plan down, and 500, I looked at our usage and we exceed 500 every month, and sometimes by a lot. So I talked with my husband and he said, let's just do what we need to do. We're going to get on the waiting list for residential, which will slow my speed down, but it would be doable and it will be much more affordable than this. But we have to wait until we've got more satellite stuff here in our area. So that's one thing. So huge thing. Yeah, it's like ridiculous that they would do that to people. I just can't. I don't understand it. And my understanding is that it's about the Fair Use Act, kind of a fair use policy that when people are on the business plan, they actually get priority, and so they get the best of the best all the time. And so they're trying to make it more equitable, which, you know, I can respect that, but I don't know why it has to be so much, so much money. Got a little bitch. I don't mind if those edges are uneven. As you guys know, that happens when you bind your signatures anyway, so that's perfect. There was something else I was going to share as well, but hopefully I'll remember that. But anyway, that's my drama. That's my trauma. Okay, so let's set that aside for the moment. Well, actually, we can go ahead and oh, wait a minute. What did I do? Oh, it is bound into this. That was not what I intended to do. So we have to think about this. So we're going to have to do this, sew it in, and then flip our pockets up. So we'll keep that like that, so I have that in my memory. I didn't even realize I did that. I was going to just glue it in. Goodness gracious. Okay. So maybe we should do that first. So I'm going to ink this inside edge just so that I can see it and so you can see it. Okay. This is going to be a simple 3-hole pamphlet stitch. So I'm just going to grab a couple paper clips and I'm just going to paper clip there, and I'm going to get one more biggish one. The other exciting thing is my husband, I've been talking about, he redid his man cave, which is was just a mishmash of stuff, and but it's his space and he likes it. But now that he's got it painted and there's new flooring and all that, he is going to build himself his own custom desk. So I'm so excited that he's doing that for himself, because he's always been the man that it was always what everybody else needed first, and he always came last. So I'm super, super proud of him for that. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of hold this here, okay? And we're going to go through all of these layers. I'm going to just fold that up, okay? And I'm going to actually see if I can find one more large paper clip to clip this. Okay, there we go. And I'm going to go ahead and use my awl. I'm not going to measure. It's fine. Oh, are we even though? Are we even, Steven? We want to be even, Steven, if we can. There we go. Make sure it's going to close properly. Okay. So I'm not the sharpest tack in the box today. So I'm going to start with the middle, and I'm just going to poke a hole all the way through. Just a simple 3-hole pamphlet stitch. I'm going to do one just about 1/2 inch from the top. And 1/2 inch. Hopefully this is going to work. I did not think about this, sewing it directly into the this like double, I don't even know what you call it. It's just like a booklet, basically the booklet cover. Okay, so there we go. So now I'm going to get my needle and my thread, and again, this is just a lightweight wax thread. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, and a little bit, same as I do for any journal. Okay. There's something else I wanted to tell you, but now I cannot remember. I cannot remember. Oh, I know what it was. Or maybe this is another random thing. I'll tell you in a second. Let me get this needle threaded. Oh my goodness gracious. There we go. In case you want to see what this process looks like, I don't want to talk personal stuff through this. So if you want your strings to be on the middle, coming out the middle of your signature, you're going to start in the inside. So I'm just going to poke that through. Okay, and it doesn't matter if you go up or down here, you're just going to go. Okay, does not matter. And I do like to try to close it a little bit again so that I can make sure that all the holes are lined up. Okay, we're just going to pull this thread through so we got a good amount there. Okay, because we don't need too much hanging out at the bottom. Okay, and then we're going to go down to the bottom hole. And that shifted, so I'm going to try to, there we go, nice and clean. And let's see if we can find this always happens when I do this on camera. It's always so much easier when I'm doing it on my own. So I'm just finding the hole in that base too, so if that makes any sense, I'm hoping. Okay, pull that through. Okay, oops, don't pull that, Renee. Oh my goodness, what did you do? Yeah, there we go. There we go. Okay, so, and now we're going to go back up through the middle hole again, from the outside to the inside. And just like when you're binding a signature, you don't want to pierce your threads if you can help that. So I'm going to try to unclip that now. So I need to see underneath here. This is always the trickiest part for me, especially if you don't properly clip it, which this is such a small project. It doesn't need to be properly clipped, in my opinion, but it does make it a little bit more challenging. So there we go. Okay. There we go. Okay. So that's plenty of string. So I'm just going to give that a little tug, and we're going to tie it in a double knot. So one forward knot and one reverse knot, which is always hard for me. Okay. It's just hard for me to think about, not do. Okay, we're going to cut those strings kind of long. I might put some beads on them, I'm not sure. Okay, so let's go ahead and unclip these. And hopefully this is going to work. Hopefully this is going to work. Oh no, it's not going to work. Cara-Renee, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. Okay, goodness gracious. Okay, I have an idea. I have an idea. Let me see what we can do. I did not plan this out because this is supposed to fold up, but then this gets glued. So how's that supposed to work? It won't. That's how. Okay. So what about if we go like this and put our pockets over there? That's what you would have done anyway. Goodness gracious, Cara-Renee, I just had it the other way. Oh, I maybe should not have filmed this. Okay. I will mention this in the next beginner journal series video. I'm going to talk about this now. I have decided I am going to give away the journal that we're making. And I talked to you guys about how that journal was for my Emily, but I'm finding that as I'm creating it, because I'm doing it in beginner journal style, it's not what I want to memorialize her story. So I'm going to do another one on my own, in my own time, and make it exactly what I want it to be. I think it needs to be a little bit bigger, and because I'm finding documents and things I've written all over my computer, and I need to have space to put that stuff. So I am going to be giving that journal away when we are done with the series. So I will share that on the next video. There we go. So I don't know what I was thinking. I wasn't thinking clearly. Let me just ink that up. Hopefully I've got this right now. Yeah, I do. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to open this back up. And I did find that I had trouble because I did not glue here. So we are going to turn this, and I'm going to ink that edge a little bit because we need to glue that shut, because what it was doing is it was creating like a pucker. I didn't think it would be an issue, but it is definitely an issue. So we're going to do that. I'm going to get my white glue. Thanks for letting me share that stuff, guys. We're just going to put a little bit of glue here. Okay. Fold that baby up. Hopefully that's going to hold okay on top of those strings. Should be fine. Just need to give it a chance to set. I'm not a big fan of those strings showing there. It would have been really kind of cool to put beads on there or something, but I am not that advanced. Is that sticking? Is that? I should have done these at the same time. Okay, I'm going to try to squeeze some glue in here and glue the sides shut. It's all good. I'm going to turn this just so I can get to this other edge. I know there was something else I wanted to tell you, but that wasn't one of those things, but I forgot. It feels like it's been so long since I've been here. It has. I've never spent, I never spend that much time out of the studio. Okay, there we go. Boom. Fold that. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. It's beautimous. So we've got these little signature strings sticking down here too, which will be fun. Okay. So let's work on the belly band. So it's because again my measurements were 1.5 by 9.5, so this is just enough to glue. It's by about 1/4 of an inch. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue here just to close that up. Okay, and we'll let that sit for a moment, and maybe we'll think about how we want to embellish this. I do have some circles from the kit that I thought would be fun. Oh, this one would be pretty. Oh, I like that one. Oh, I like that one too. I like them all. Let's do this one. So I think we'll use that to decorate that. I'm just going to ink this up. Oh, I know what the other thing was. A very simple thing. I always forget to say, but you guys don't have to ink. I just like to ink. So I'm always inking. But you do not have to do that. It is not a prerequisite. So I'm debating on this lace. I'm not sure that I love it. So I'm going to pull over. I pulled some white lace as well. And I'm feeling like I might like that a little bit better. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Let's just get a bit of that. The blue is pretty, but I don't like that edge. So for this project, so I'm just going to cover this belly band with the with this lace. I'm going to use my Fabri-Tac. I do need to grab a paper towel so I can push it down since the lace is fairly sheer. Otherwise you get really sticky. I'm just going to kind of put it there, and I'll cut off the excess off the top and the bottom, or the both sides rather, top and bottom. Oh goodness gracious. I'm taking 2 teenage boys to Seattle the Saturday before spring break. Spring break starts on the 31st, I believe. So pray for me if you're a prayer, because I have never driven up to Seattle by myself. Well, I've never driven up there in a car like my husband has always driven. And I'm taking 2 teenage boys. We're going to go to a motocross event for my grandson Coda's. It was his birthday celebration choice. So I'm going to be taking him, and he's bringing his cousin to go along. So it's going to be all in one day. We're just going to drive up, do the event, and drive back home. So it's going to be a long driving day. So what you're going to do with this is we're going to open that up, and we're going to slide it on here. Okay. And just, again, you want to make sure you've got plenty of room there. You guys have seen me do these kind of belly band closures a lot. So we're just going to slide that down. It can go in any position you like. Oh, isn't that lovely? Lovely. Okay, and we're going to put her there. Now, I did also, thank you. Oh, I cannot remember who sent it to me because my brain is failing me, you guys. But somebody sent me the link for some Anne of Green Gables words and phrases, and so it's from She Shed Graphics, so I will link it, but I'm going to do one of these sentiments. I did cut some very, very small. I think I would like a small one, so I did 2 to a page, and then I just did regular size. So I think I'll do this one. True friends are always together in spirit. Such a lovely sentiment. Just cut that out. As usual, this is proving to be a longer video than I thought. Okay, let's round the corners. We're going to stick with that 7mm just for consistency. But my goal during spring break, aside from I have the little trip, the day trip with my grandsons, and then I'm going to the beach with my sisters for 2 nights. But the rest of the week will be spent getting the boho journal done, because that is the 6,000 subscriber giveaway. So thank you for your patience. I will be getting a video up. I planned on that, and then I got sick, so I will hope to get that up maybe even by the weekend here. That would be a good video to insert on a Saturday or Sunday. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. So we're going to glue this on. I'm going to use my Fabri-Tac because it's gluing on lace, and I'm not going to go quite all the way to the top. So I'm going to pinch that right there and hopefully do this right. Hopefully. It'll be okay, I promise. There we go. So that is my #1 goal for spring break. I do have some things around the house I need to tend to because it's kind of in disarray with the kind of the remodel in my husband's room. So I need to get some digitals out and down into the garage. They're taking up space in the living room right now. So, I mean, the house isn't a mess, but it's definitely not the way I like it. Not orderly. So I think I'm going to put this sentiment kind of on the upside here. I don't want to affect her. So that's really pretty. Pretty. So simple too, isn't it? Okay, so those are our pockets. So this is the ephemera that I have. So I'm going to ink all this up and I'll come back with you in a minute and we'll put it all in. Okay, just about to the end. I did decide to go ahead and round those corners again using that 7mm rounder. Oh, I know this was another thing I was thinking about as I was inking. This is the same piece that I started with. Like it doesn't, sometimes a little bit of that hard stuff will flake off, but it's still going. I would have been through a whole package of daubers by this point. So I'm super happy with this. If you haven't tried it, I highly recommend it. It does give you a little bit of a darker inking, so if you're not a fan of that, you would want to just be mindful of that. So because I have this exact image here, I'm going to put this image over here. Now, because I'm not decorating the back side, I think I will glue this down into the journal. So we're going to go ahead and put her there. And then let's see what we want to have. Well, obviously, this one needs to go up here. Oh, isn't that lovely sticking out? So cool. Doesn't really matter where things go. Oh, is this too big? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It is. I gotta cut a little bit off. I was estimating before, which is not a problem. I'm gonna just wing it with the cutting by hand there. It's always a risk. Just re-ink that edge. I might come back and put a whale tail punch on here. Whale tail tab on here. I'm not sure. Oh, that's so pretty. Look at that. Oh, I love it. So just straightening that out. And then, so I've got a small, medium, large size of these. So, uh-oh. Oh, it's just the belly band. Like, did I glue that whole thing on crooked? Okay, so let's do her up. Oh, we've already got the large one, so we need a medium one. So let's put this one here. Kind of got some stacked journaling spots there. Oh, that's really pretty as well. And she's just peeking up. Her little face is peeking up. And then over here, we'll do this one and then this one. Oh, see, that one's fitting. They must not have been the same size. No sweat. And what I love about this kit and all of Angela's kits is everything is coordinated, because I'm a matchy person. So I'm always thinking background paper. I'm going to pick the ephemera that has more of whatever color I'm trying to focus on. But these papers go so well together that you can't even tell. I mean, a little bit of purple. We've got a little bit of green. We've got a lot of blue. Like in this card here, we've got a lot of blue, but I think it's beautiful. So that is our little double pocket writing space. Basically, that's what it is. Now, if I decided, I don't think I will. I think I will glue this down because it's fairly bulky, thick-wise. So look at the bulk of that. So that would be tricky to put in a pocket. It would really bulk the journal up, a pocket up. So I think we're going to call it good there. And then this is the one I made off camera. I will probably make another one. I'm not sure. I tend to get in this idea of doing 3. Well, maybe we'll just use this as a little booklet and let this be our third piece. I think I'll do that. But I generally will pick, create 3 of them because I've got 3 signatures, but then I end up with so much ephemera I can't use it all. So I'm going to go ahead and say goodbye for now, and I hope that you enjoyed the video. I'll probably put some beads on here before I upload the video, and so it'll be in the photos, but I will see you guys in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.